Morning fans, Scott from SE Landscaping, fresh back after the week of a visit to Chelsea, which I'll put a little bit of footage up here now for you just to have a look. Now, as you can see, there wasn't a huge amount of footage, and the problem with Chelsea is wherever you go and whatever you visit, you're 4 or 5 people deep wherever you go, and some gardens you need to stand for sort of 10 minutes to actually get a view of everything. So a little bit of footage above people's heads with the GoPro, and a few gardens that I got into. Was it worth a visit? Yes. This is probably going to be the only September show that they ever do, unless they decide to alternate, but I don't think they will. I think they'll revert back to what they normally do. So it was good to see different plants. It was good to see some different designers there, some amazing gardens, and some schemes that cost anything from 80,000 up to over £250,000 when you look at some of the designs, and a lot of them get reused elsewhere. There seem to be a lot more horticulture stands there. Usually there's people selling scarves and bowler hats and clothes and stuff, but there was people there from Milwaukee, Felco, Bergen and Ball, so there was lots more sort of to cater for horticulture. So once you've seen the gardens, you can come back with some items that you can use, which is good to see more of them, rather than it being sort of for rich people to go and buy a barber jacket or something. It's so it ticks all the boxes. It's worth a visit, and just nice to get back to a bit of normality with events. So I had a question last week from a friend of mine on the social media, who I've been helping out over the last year, and he asked me about subcontracting to large firms, and it was quite funny because the firm that the guy actually asked me about, I'm not going to name them, but I'll give some initials out, GC. Basically, this firm over the last few years has swept across the country buying companies up, and they subcontract out a lot of work. And about 6 years ago I did some work for these guys, and someone phoned me up, their regional manager phoned me up and asked if we did subcontracting work, and at the time I was looking for work, and I said yes. So after filling out about 40 forms, health and safety and everything else, they wanted to know everything. I think I even put on the inside leg of my what my trousers were. I think that was one of the questions. That's how bad it was. I was accepted onto their contractor base, and I did some work on some supermarkets that they had a nationwide contract with. So basically what this company does is, yes, they have a lot of their own staff, but then they subcontract a lot out. They subcontract a lot of gritting out, tree services out, and they have a huge turnover, but if you look at it, probably 50% of it's subcontract work. And then, like I said, they've been buying up other companies left, right and centre. And my experience with them is they don't like to pay the bills on time. It was 4 or 5 months, and I actually pulled my services from working for them. I actually pulled my services because it had got to 3 months and I stopped doing it. And the site contact I had on one of the sites actually messaged me and said, what's happening? I says, look, I'm not getting paid from the supplier. And I got paid from the supplier the next day. So something went on. The client who I was working for through this company actually managed to speak to them, and hey ho, you get paid very quickly. But then it kept reverting back to type, and they were crap pays. So in the end I decided that I wasn't going to go back year 2. Their regional manager rang up. He said, what's the problem? I says, you can't pay your bills. And I'd spoke to a couple more people on social media actually, and they were having the same trouble. I spoke to a tree surgeon who was owed £15,000, and he was owed it for quite a while, and I think he got it in the end. But it was just the fact that this company, if you look at their, obviously I haven't named them, but most of you guys in the trade will straight away know from what I said at the start with the initials who they are. If you look at their website, if you look at their social media and everything, this company looks absolutely amazing. But like I say, that's my experience. Some of you guys might work for them and do get paid on time and have good relationships with them, but I would never work for them again. And that's just a bit of advice for anybody, because I know this company approaches people on a weekly basis in areas when they acquire work. So that's my experience. I wouldn't be doing it again, but feel free to try, anybody else who's thinking about it. And another thing this week I want to talk about is, this morning I was called by one of our local councils to inform us that at yesterday's Britain in Bloom Awards, a village that we've started maintaining recently won Best Most Improved Village award, and it also won a silver gilt for the large village, which next stop after a silver gilt is a gold medal. So I'm over the moon that me and my team have delivered these two awards for the village. I'll put a few photos up now just to give you a rough idea. This is Fishburn in County Durham, and over the last couple of years since we got the contract, we've been gradually turning the screw and making things better. And by making things better, it's people think you make things better in the summer when you improve your quality. You don't. You make things better in the winter when you clean areas up that have budlier that hasn't been pruned for 5 years, and you shape trees and stuff. That's how we tackle jobs like this, and that's how we benefit. The hard work we put in the winter pays dividends in the summer. So same again this winter, we've got some areas that we can improve on, and next year, who knows, we could get that elusive gold medal. So very, very happy this week with that. And also, any of you guys up north who watch, Rob from Maxwell's, Alex from over at Stockton from Hodgson's Garden, Michael from up at Sunderland. There's an event on in the next few weeks in my area. I'll put a picture up now. If any of you guys want to come down and have a meet up, there's a few of us going to be meeting up down there for this event. It's just through the day, and it's you get to try secchi machines and things. So anybody interested in that, it'll be good to see you all for a catch up. So it's just in Sedgefield, which is just in County Durham. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to update on, well, mainly the award we've got, but as well as that, like I say, I know people are always keen to find out if we had a good time at Chelsea, and I don't think you can have a bad time at Chelsea unless it rains. But from the weather in London last week, all week was great. So they've really been lucky with the weather. So that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Just a short video. We'll get back onto some machinery videos next week. That is the plan. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one.